ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to explain you about one kind of electrical tools. It is long nose pliers. I've divided my explanation into 4 sections. Firstly, what I want to do is give you some background information about long nose pliers. It's about the function and the size of these tools. Secondly, we will look at long nose pliers parts, includes its shape, position, and connection between parts. Thirdly, I will tell about the material and the properties of long nose pliers. And the last, I'll give you some safety tips when using these pliers. So, let's look at the first section about long nose pliers background information. I realize that all of you know about these tools. It's a basic tools that have small size range from 4 to 12 inches in length, so it's easy to hold and comfortable to use. Long nose pliers are useful tools that are commonly found in home toolboxes. They are commonly used to cut and bend small wire and electrical wire. The most special of this object, long nose pliers are good for reaching into tight spots where regular pliers do not fit. Why did it happen? As you know, it's long nose pliers. It has long and tapering nose. Okay, that's all I have to say on the first section. So, let's move on to the second section. In this section, I'll explain you about the parts of long nose pliers, includes its shape, position, and connection between parts. As you can see on that picture, long nose pliers have distinct characteristics. They are long and narrow with pointy tips. Just like another type of pliers, long nose pliers consist of nose, pivot point, handles, and blade cutter. The nose on these pliers is fixed to the handles, and this nose is the two-part mechanism that is connected by the pivot point. Next, every pliers have handles that you squeeze to close the nose. At the handles, you can see handles insulation that are fitted to the handles. When you spread the handles of these pliers, the nose opens, and when you close the handles, the nose clamps down on whatever you are gripping. Now let's move to the last part, blade cutter. These pliers come fitted with a blade cutter to cut wires. We can find the cutter in between the jaws of the nose near the pivot point. So if you set the wire on top of the cutter and you squeeze the handles, the wire will be cut off. That's all I have to say on this section. Now let's move to the third section. In this section, I'll talk about the material and the properties of long nose pliers. The materials used to make these pliers mainly consist of steel alloys with additives such as vanadium or chromium to improve strength and prevent corrosion. The metal handles of these pliers are insulated by plastic or rubber material that makes the handles easy to hold and to protect the user against the electric shock. The surface of the jaws also textured rather than smooth to minimize slipping when gripping. Here we go, the last section of my presentation. It is really important to keep safe when work. Even though we only work with some simple tools like these pliers, we can underestimate the safety work. So it brings me to give you some safety tips. First, use tools only if they are in good condition. Discard any pliers that are cracked, broken, or have deformed cutting edge. Second, wear safety glasses or goggles whenever there's a potential hazard from flying particles or piece of wire. Third, a drop of oil on the pivot point will make these tools easier to use. Alright, that brings me to the end of my presentation. To sum up, long nose pliers are commonly used to cut and bend small wire, and it's also good for reaching into tight spots. Long nose pliers have 4 parts. There are nose, pivot point, handles, and blade cutter. To improve strength and prevent corrosion, these pliers mainly consist of steel alloys with additives such as vanadium or chromium. It also equipped by handles insulation that made from plastic or rubber material that makes the handles easy to hold and to protect the user against the electric shock. To conclude, I would like to say that mouse pliers is a basic tool that can help us do our jobs because it's easy to use. Thank you for your attention. I hope that this presentation has been useful.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Amisa Bainalita. In this video, I like to speak about an electric iron. The objective of this video is to describe about an electric iron. The first section is about the parts of electric iron. The electric iron has a sole plate at the base of it. The bottom surface and edges are heavily chromium plate to prevent it from rusting. Next is a pressure plate, or generally called the top plate, as it follows the shape of the sole plate because this plate is above the sole plate. The heating element. The heating element that present between the sole plate and pressure plate. It presses hard between the two plates. After that are the handle and the body part, or the shell. They are attached over the sole plate at the temperature control. Next is thermostat. A bimetallic strip is a simple element which converts a temperature change into a mechanical displacement. It plays inside the body part of the electric iron and under the temperature control. The temperature control. It used to change the temperature heat of the electric iron. It plays between the handle and the body part. The last part is the electric cord. It is at the end of the electric iron and it's attached to the body part. The second section is the material of electric iron. The sole plate is made from an aluminum covered with stainless steel, so it's not going to easily corroded. And the handle, body, and temperature control are made from a plastic material, so it's safe to handle it. And plastic material is not going to deliver the heat from the sole plate and the heating element inside. The third section is about the properties of electric iron. The sole plate is a conductor material, so it can easily deliver heat. It also a tough material, so it does not break easily. And it's from a hard material, so it's also hard to scratch. The fourth section is the shape of electric iron. The sole plate is a triangular shape that forms the base over which the electric iron is built up. At the tip side is tapering and the longitudinal section is trapezium. The fifth section is about the size of electric iron. The length of electric iron is 26.1 centimeter, the width is 11.5 centimeter, and the height is 13.6 centimeter. It's the normal size of the electric iron we usually use at home. There is also the mini size of the electric iron. Usually it's for traveling, so we can put it in our bag and we can easily bring it everywhere. The last section is the function of electric iron. An electric iron is a combination of heat and pressure to remove wrinkles. The principle of the electric iron is that when the current is passed through a coil, the coil gets red hot and transfer the heat to the base plate of the electric iron through conduction. The conclusion. To conclude, I'd like to say that electric iron requires heat to make it easier to smother the clothes. The heat power is obtained from electric power. Electric power is converted to heat. High heat produced depends on the amount of power used. The greater the electric power used, the higher the heat obtained.
Flat screwdriver. This video will tell you about what is flat screwdriver. There are 5 sections. First section is about definitions of flat screwdriver. Second section is about the part and positions of part. Third section is about material, properties and shape. Fourth section is about the size, and the last section is about how to use flat screwdriver. Let's start from the first section. Flat screwdriver is a tool for turning screws. Flat screwdriver is a type of screwdriver. It is used to drive or fasten negative slot screw. Second section. The part and positions of parts. Flat screwdriver has a handle, shank, blade, and tip. The handle is attached to the shank. The shank is below the handle, between the handle and the blade. The blade is below the shank, between the shank and the tip. The tip is below the blade. Third section. Materials, properties, and shape. Flat screwdriver has a flat end and a poinsett has a magnet. The handle is shaped like cylinder. The material of handle are wood, metal, plastic, or rubber. The shank is made from metal. It is tough material that does not break easily. The shape and material of flat screwdriver handles are designed to fit comfortably in the user hand, for user comfort and to facilitate maximum control. Design include indentation for the user finger and surface of the soft material such as thermoplastic elastomer to increase comfort and grip. Many flat screwdriver handles are not smooth, but have flat or other irregularities to improve grip and to prevent the tool from rolling when on the flat surface. Fourth section. Size. Flat screwdriver come in a large range of size to accommodate various screws. The length of flat screwdriver is about 10 cm until 20 cm. Flat screwdriver that is not the right size and the type for the screw may damage the screw in the process of tightening it. The last section. How to use flat screwdriver. Firstly, create a pilot hole. When driving screw into wood, drill a pilot hole first. Without the pilot hole, screws tend to follow the grain of the wood, which result in a crooked screw. This pilot hole ensures that you drive the screw in a straight. For small screw in a softwood, make a pilot hole by using a punch hole and an awl. For a larger size screw and all screw in hardwood, drill a pilot hole with a boring tool or some kinds. Start the screw. Place the screw on the driver tip and hold both screw and tip together with the finger on one hand. Apply very little pressure on the driver while turning in a clockwise direction until the screw engages the wood. Keep driving. When the screws thread engage with the wood, move your finger that were holding the screw in a place to the screwdriver shank. Use this finger as a gauge to hold the tip directly in line with the screw. Apply enough pressure on the driver to keep it in the slot. The summary of this video presentation are flat screwdriver is a tool for turning screw. Flat screwdriver is type of screwdriver. It is used to drive or fasten negative slot screw. Flat screwdriver has 4 parts. There are handle, shank, blade, and tip. Flat screwdriver come in a large range of size to accommodate various screws. The length of flat screwdriver is about 10 cm until 20 cm. Flat screwdriver that is not the right size and the type for the screw may damage the screw in the process of tightening it. The conclusion of this video presentation is flat screwdriver can help us in daily activity to drive or fasten negative slot screw.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aris Hilmi. Today I'd like to speak about spinner. I've divided my talk into X section. Firstly, I will explain to you some material of spinner. The spinner is made from vanadium alloy metal because vanadium alloy metal is very strong. This material is very strong, especially very effective and powerful to hold and tighten the bolt. Next, I will look at function of spinner. The function of spinner is used to rotate to tighten the bolt or nut, remove to the bolt or nut. Next, I will look at the size of spinner. The spinner are generally made into two cases. For example size 90 mm and 17 mm, and many other sizes of spinner. Next, I will look at shape of spinner. The spinner has a handle shaping the three angle and butt end and 90 degree on special wrench. Next, I will look position of spinner. The spinner has two guys and handle and at both ends are located opposite to each other. The handle of spinner are located between two guys opposite to each other. Two guys handle the handle of spinner are located between two cases opposite to each other. Next, I will look at property of spinner. There are many characteristics and types of spinner. For example, star spinner, box spinner, adjustable spinner, and combination spinner. Next, I will look at connection between part of spinner. Any cases of the spinner has a different size and its cases must be equal to the size of the bolt or nut. The relationship between the spanner with the bolt is intertwined because each bolt size indicates the size of spinner. Finally, I will look part of spinner. The spinner are composed of handle, two case at both end, and has different cases at each end. To sum up, material of spinner material is the main component because it is the first foundation to make and run tool. If no material is made, it is impossible to use. To shape of spinner. Shape or size is useful to shape a tool that has been made. If every tool or item is not formed, then it cannot be used. To conclude, from the above description can be concluded that the spanner is a guy that many tips and many sizes. The main requirement of using a spinner is the size between the bolt and that size of the spinner should be the same. Thank you for attention. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.